Cola Candy Chocolate is a 1979 West German comedy film directed by Sigi Rothemund and starring Olivia Pascal, Philip Ricky, and Christine Zell. After a nasty argument with her boyfriend Carl, young Gabby spontaneously accepts her girlfriend's invitation to join her on a vacation to Manila. Her plan to forget about Carl succeeds very rapidly as she meets Dr. Andreas, a young scholar who planned to marry his fiancée on the island. During the following days, Gabby tries her best to convince the man of her dreams to change his mind. The film begins with a scene in a discotheque in Munich, where the pretty young Gabby is staying. A brunette girl who is bored and turning away from her boyfriend Carl, who is always horny. At the same time, the three-piece Dutch girl band Love performed the disco hit Trojan Horse at the same time. Gabby and her equally attractive and still very young blonde friend Carmela want to go on vacation to the Philippines to leave all the stress of their relationship behind. Already at the airport, Gabby observes with some interest an attractive, albeit a little clumsy man named Andreas, who is under the thumb of his buxom and rather dominant girlfriend Christine, a bespectacled but somehow also quite cute nerd in Gabby's eye. As soon as you arrive in the tropical holiday paradise, there is a single mess. While Christine is to be picked up by her brother Herbert, who works here as a pastor, his little chimpanzee takes over the wheel of the jeep and drives away with Christine and Andreas. After a few slapstick scenes, Gabby takes the first step on the beach on the first day to get to know Andreas, whom she has her eyes on better. Gabby approaches him and in the presence of the jealous Christine act as if she and Andreas have known each other for ages. The unsuspecting man immediately has a lot of trouble with his bride, who wants her brother to marry her here. But Gabby doesn't like this at all. She thinks that Andreas is much better with her than with the bursty but decidedly beachy, moody and goofy Christine shoot. And so Gabby tries with her feminine charm to steal Christine from her future husband. Since she is not making any headway, Gabby involves her friend Carmela. She has a good relationship with an American tourist named Johnny Smith, who, however, is not on good terms with Gabby, as he always has one mishap after another when she is around. But he practically eats out of Carmela's hand and agrees to help with the sabotage of the upcoming wedding. First, he still pasted Herbert's cassock and put it on himself to help with the upcoming event, being able to screw everything up in marriage. Meanwhile, the real pastor is desperately looking for his church robe, since the bishop has just announced himself. In a church outfit, Johnny of all people runs into the incoming bishop, who first wants to read him the riot act. With that, Johnny's plan falls through, but the bishop also gets shocked because the local fire brigade is called to action by the church bell initiated by Gabby. Thanks to Herbert's chimpanzee, they are now spraying wildly around with the fire hose. Enraged, the sodden bishop closes the mission and the wedding can no longer go ahead. In the presence of her fiancé, Gabby rubs Kristen's nose triumphantly that the planned wedding unfortunately cannot take place. Andreas doesn't really know what to think of this action. In the evening, there is a tourist entertainment with wine, women, and singing in the hotel's outdoor area. The latter is performed by Kristen, Blaze with a shrill voice, and Johnny, now dressed as a woman. The next morning, a certain Roland appears, who is said to be the best man organized by the priest. In reality, Gabby found him to hatch a new marriage prevention plan. Meanwhile, the bishop has to fight with a bunch of naked Filipinas who were smuggled into his apartment by Gabby, mistakenly believing it's Andrea's and Kristen's. The cassock thief Johnny, who is still being chased back and forth through the sand dunes by the priest, uses this confusion to steal the bishop's robe. Soon everyone is running from everyone, and everyone is chasing everyone. Finally, things are cleared up. Johnny and Herbert go together to the bishop to explain the whole mess to him, and Andreas, who gave the naked bathing Gabby a good head wash because of her ongoing prank to sabotage his wedding, and administrated it to the wedding guest the night before laxative, who sabotaged his own wedding, reconciled with the girl who did it all because she fell in love with him. The wedding is called off, and Andreas and Gabby find each other, as does Kristen, who has found her new lover in Johnny. Carmela doesn't stay alone either. She has caught Roland. To interpret the whole mess for him, and Andreas, who gave Gabby a good head wash because of her constant prank to sabotage his wedding with a laxative. With a laxative administered to the wedding guest the night before, makes up with the girl who did all this because she fell in love with him. The best thing here is the cheesy performance by Dutch girl band Love in the movie's open sequence. Olivia Pascal and Ursula Buch-Helena are both lovely, but too little is done with their presence in this burlesque farce. Movies like these were a dime a dozen in the late 70s, and watched countless similar ones on commercial television in the late 80s. This is neither the best nor the worst one. The movie should be of some interest to Jazz Franco fans, as both Pascal and Buch-Helena made appearances in his movies later. Cola Candy Chocolate is another summer teen comedy from Munich-based Lisa Film. It stars Olivia Pascal, Ursula Buch-Helena as two friends who go for a holiday in the Philippines. There they meet a young couple who is about to get married. Olivia's character falls for the guy, and together with the help of her girlfriend and others they try to ruin his wedding plan. That is actually very cruel if you think about it. But somehow the movie doesn't care. Instead, it shows one comedic setup after the other. The story starts in Germany but is fastly moved to the sunny island. Palm trees, beaches, wooden houses, beautiful women in bikinis dominate the screen. One can't forget about the pet chimpanzee either. He or she is hilarious, locking up the toilet, unscrewing the water of the fire truck, driving a jeep, stealing a wig, and clapping. Amazing. Herbert Fox is a welcoming actor as well. He plays a priest and the brother of the soon to be wife. When his character is introduced, he is chasing a pig around the village. Kristen Jull plays the almost wife. She could have played a part in a Russ Meyer movie. Her frustration with her boyfriend is kinda justified because he is being a total idiot. Gerhard Heinz did the soundtrack. All of it is cheesy Eurodisco. It's a city but amazing at the same time. Recognized soundtrack from 3 Jazz Franco movies he did. It's so much fun. Maybe it helped that watching this after month. These movies manage to teleport you to tropical island with nothing but carefree character and stupid comedy. Cola Candy Chocolate have a strong suspicion that provided the basic concept for the ZDF Senior Series long-running Dash Tromschiff, well-known actor in a holiday setting and a banal plot. It's just that in Sigi Gordon's flat and shoddy work, actors have been replaced by banger. Bravo pull-out mice and a chimpanzee, and the banal plot by partly surreal, partly badly stolen non-joke situation from Benny Hill. If you cut out the sparse, but in Dolly Dollar at least full body scenes, the rest could at least be used as a feature film for the Fun on Tuesday children's show from the 80s or at Ronnie's Pop Show. Because here too the monkey is the star. If I have a love life, it's only because I get love every now and then. Cheeky, frivolous teen bang with a South Seas fling. Start off with a snappy musical number and love harassment. In the further course, he then mainly bothered my understanding of humor with snotty stupid flat joke and a punchline hit rate of almost 1 to 10. Nevertheless, Sigi got staging ensured that he is moving fast enough to entertain the short running time quite well. Also, Olivia Pascal and Ursula Buch-Helena are very nice to look at. In general, the 3 chickabees in the Philippines could do with a little more undressing.